Dear reader, in this precious moment you are not here by chance. This instant, this pause in your journey, is a divine invitation for a profound transformation. As your eyes scan these words, know that a celestial light ignites in your heart, illuminating paths previously hidden in your life. You who have surpassed 30 years of age carry with you a unique wisdom, shaped by experiences that time has gifted you. Now, more than ever, is the moment to awaken to the greater calling echoing in your soul. This text is a bridge between your being and God's infinite love, a beacon of hope amidst life's waves. Allow yourself at this moment to open the windows of your soul. Let the gentle breeze of divine grace caress your spirit. You are about to embark on a journey of rediscovery, of spiritual rebirth. Each word here is a whisper from heaven, reminding you of your inner strength and the sublime purpose for which you were created. The awakening, recognizing divine signs. Imagine yourself as a precious seed planted in the garden of existence by divine hands. For years you have grown, faced storms, and sought the light. Now the time has come to bloom in all your glory. Spiritual awakening is not a sudden event, but a gentle and continuous process, like the blossoming of a flower at dawn. Look around you. In the small details of everyday life, God leaves his marks of love. The smile of a stranger, the warmth of the sun on your skin, the melody of a distant bird. All are invitations to awaken to the divine presence that permeates every aspect of your life. These signs are like petals falling softly, guiding you to a path of greater awareness and spiritual connection. Reflect. What have been the small miracles in your life recently? How has God manifested himself in the details of your day-to-day life? Awakening is also a call to action. It's time to shake off the dust of complacency and rise with a new purpose. Just as the eagle renews its feathers and gains strength to fly higher, you are invited to renew your faith and rise above the circumstances that limit you. Remember, every challenge you have faced until now has been a step towards this moment of enlightenment. The doubts that haunted you, the sleepless nights, the moments of weakness, all were part of the divine plan to forge in you a resilient spirit and an unshakable faith, life of purpose and impact. As we move forward on this journey of faith and self-discovery, remember that each day is a new opportunity to live out your calling. The path ahead may not always be clear, but with God's guidance and the strength he provides, you can navigate any challenge that comes your way. Consider starting each morning with a simple prayer of dedication, offering your day to God and asking for his wisdom and grace. This small act can set the tone for your entire day, helping you to remain focused on your purpose and aligned with God's will. Remember too that growth often happens in community. Seek out like-minded individuals who can support you in your spiritual journey. This might mean joining a small group at your church, finding a mentor, or even starting a prayer partnership with a trusted friend. As you continue to deepen your faith and live out your purpose, be patient with yourself. Transformation is a process, and it often happens gradually. Celebrate the small victories and learn from the setbacks. Each experience is an opportunity for growth and a chance to lean more fully into God's love and grace. In the days ahead, challenge yourself to step out of your comfort zone in small ways. Perhaps this means offering to pray for a co-worker, volunteering for a new ministry at church, or simply being more intentional about showing kindness to strangers. These small acts of faith can have a ripple effect, touching lives in ways you may never fully realize. Finally, never underestimate the power of your personal testimony. Your story of faith, with all its ups and downs, can be a powerful encouragement to others. Don't be afraid to share how God has worked in your life. Your openness and vulnerability can be a beacon of hope for someone who's struggling. As we conclude this section, take a moment to reflect on how far you've come in your spiritual journey. Thank God for his faithfulness and ask him to continue to guide you as you move forward. Remember, you are deeply loved by the Creator of the universe, and he has amazing plans for your life. In the next section, we'll explore practical ways to maintain your spiritual momentum and continue growing in your faith, even amidst the busyness of everyday life. We'll discuss the importance of developing spiritual disciplines, finding balance, and staying connected to your purpose in all seasons of life. Until then, may you walk in the peace and assurance of God's love, knowing that he is with you every step of the way. Keep pressing forward, dear reader, for the best is yet to come in your journey of faith and purpose. The journey of transformation, from chrysalis to butterfly. Just as the caterpillar surrenders to the process of metamorphosis, trusting in the innate wisdom that guides it, you are called to embrace your own transformation. This is an invitation to dive into the deep waters of faith, allowing God's love to wash and renew you completely. Imagine yourself wrapped in a cocoon of divine grace. In this sacred space, all your past experiences, your joys and pains, are woven into a new being. Each thread represents a lesson learned, each color an emotion transformed. It is in this process that you discover your true essence, your divine purpose. Spiritual awakening often begins with a feeling of restlessness, a sense that there is something more beyond what the eyes can see. It's as if a soft voice is calling you to a greater adventure. Don't ignore this call. It's the Holy Spirit whispering in your heart, inviting you on a journey of discovery and growth. Ask yourself, what areas of your life are crying out for renewal? Where do you feel God is calling you to grow and transform? As you open yourself to this transformation, notice how your perspective changes. Problems that once seemed like insurmountable mountains now reveal themselves as opportunities for growth. Relationships that were worn gain new life with the touch of divine love. Your talents and gifts, perhaps long forgotten, begin to flourish with a new purpose. Remember, just as the butterfly needs to struggle to emerge from the cocoon, strengthening its wings in the process, your struggles are an essential part of your growth. Each obstacle overcome is proof of God's love and grace operating in your life. The power of renewed faith. Renewed faith is like a powerful river flowing through your soul, washing away fears and doubts, nurturing long-dormant dreams. It is the force that moves mountains, that transforms the impossible into reality. When you renew your faith, you align yourself with the infinite power of the Creator. Imagine your faith as a flame. Perhaps over the years, that flame has diminished, smothered by the worries of the world. But now, with each word you read, with each reflection you make, that flame gains strength. It grows, illuminating not only your path, but also the path of those around you. Renewed faith brings with it a new lens through which you see the world. Suddenly, you perceive God's hand in every detail of your life. The synchronicity of events, the coincidences that cannot be explained, everything becomes a testimony to God's loving presence guiding your steps. Reflect. How has your faith shaped your decisions recently? What areas of your life need to be completely surrendered into God's hands? This renewal is not just a one-time event, but an ongoing process. It's a daily commitment to trust God, even when the path ahead seems uncertain. It's choosing gratitude instead of complaint, forgiveness instead of resentment, love instead of fear. As your faith strengthens, you become a beacon of hope for others. Your life becomes a living testimony to God's transforming power. People around you will notice the change, the peace in your countenance, the joy in your words, the strength in your actions. Finding purpose in God's presence. True life purpose is not something you create, but something you discover in God's presence. It's like a treasure hidden in your heart, waiting to be revealed. As you deepen your connection with the divine, layers of distraction and confusion dissipate, revealing the unique plan God has for you. Imagine yourself as an instrument in the hands of the great musician. Each experience of your life, each joy and each pain, has tuned you to play a unique melody in the grand concert of creation. Your purpose is not just about what you do, but about who you are, a beloved child of God, created to reflect His glory in a unique way. Ask yourself, what are the gifts and talents that God has deposited in you? How can you use them to bless others and glorify God? Divine purpose often reveals itself in the most unexpected moments. It can be in the smile you offer to a stranger, in the word of encouragement you give to a friend, or in the way you face adversity with grace and faith. Each act of kindness, each gesture of love, is an expression of your divine purpose. Remember, you don't need to have all the answers now. The path of purpose unfolds one step at a time, illuminated by the light of faith. Trust the process. Allow yourself to be guided. God, in His infinite wisdom, will reveal His plan at the perfect moment. The journey continues, cultivating a life of faith and purpose. Dear reader, as we advance on this journey of discovery and renewal, Remember that each step you take is an opportunity to deepen your faith and live your purpose. Life with God is an ongoing adventure, full of wonders and growth. In the next chapters, we will explore more deeply how to nurture this renewed faith, how to face challenges with confidence in God, and how to discover and live your unique purpose. Together, we will explore the paths of grace, inner healing, and spiritual transformation. If this message has touched your heart and you wish to continue on this journey of spiritual growth, consider subscribing to our channel to receive more uplifting content. Your journey of faith is precious, and we are here to support and encourage you. Now, we would like to hear from you. How has God been working in your life recently? What moments of spiritual awakening have you experienced? Share your experience in the comments. Your story might be exactly what someone needs to hear today. Remember, every word you read, every reflection you made, is a step towards a fuller life aligned with divine purpose. Continue with us on this transformative journey. May the light of God's love continue to illuminate your path, revealing the wonders He has prepared for you. Leave your like as a symbol of faith and hope, reinforcing your commitment to this spiritual journey. In the next sections, we will dive deeper into themes of overcoming, gratitude, and the transformative power of prayer. Prepare your heart to receive more of the eternal truths that have the power to renew your mind and strengthen your spirit. The power of perseverance, facing challenges with faith. Dear reader, as we advance in our journey of faith and purpose, it is crucial to understand the vital role of perseverance in our spiritual walk. Just as gold is refined by fire, our faith is strengthened through the challenges we face. Imagine your life as an intricate tapestry being woven by the skillful hands of the Divine Master. From your limited viewpoint, you may see only the tangled threads and knots on the reverse side of the fabric. But God, in His infinite wisdom, sees the glorious pattern that is emerging, a testimony to His grace and your faithfulness. Each obstacle you face is an opportunity to exercise your faith and grow in character. When the storms of life roar around you, remember the words of the psalmist. The Lord is my rock, my fortress and my deliverer. My God is my rock, in whom I take refuge. Psalm 18:2. Reflect. What are the challenges you are facing now? How can you see God's hand working through these difficulties? Perseverance doesn't mean absence of pain or doubt. On the contrary, it's the decision to keep moving forward, even when the path is difficult and obscure. It's trusting that even when we cannot see or feel God's presence, He is working on our behalf. Remember the story of Joseph in the Old Testament. Sold into slavery by his own brothers, unjustly imprisoned, he could have succumbed to despair. However, Joseph persevered in his faith, and God used each trial to prepare him for a greater purpose. Like Joseph, you too are being prepared for something grand. God's perfect timing, patience, and trust. One of the most challenging aspects of our faith journey is learning to trust in God's perfect timing. In an age of instant gratification, the idea of waiting may seem outdated. However, it is precisely in these moments of waiting that our character is molded and our faith is deepened. Think of a seed planted in the soil. It doesn't sprout immediately, nor does it bear fruit the next day. There is a hidden germination time, a growth process that occurs beneath the surface, invisible to the eye. Similarly, God is often working in your life in ways you cannot yet see or understand. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord. Isaiah 55:8. This passage reminds us that God's perspective is infinitely greater than ours. What may seem like a delay in our plans may actually be divine preparation for something far greater than we could imagine. Ask yourself, in what areas of your life do you need to exercise more patience? How can you cultivate a deeper trust in God's timing? Patience is not passivity. It's an active waiting, full of expectation and preparation. While you await the manifestation of God's promises, continue cultivating your gifts, deepening your relationship with Him and serving others. Remember, the vine doesn't produce grapes overnight. There's a process of cultivation, pruning, and constant care. The transformative power of gratitude. Amidst challenges and periods of waiting, there is a powerful tool that can revolutionize your perspective: gratitude. The consistent practice of gratitude not only changes your attitude, but also opens doors to experience God's goodness and grace more deeply. Imagine gratitude as a pair of spiritual glasses. When you put them on, you suddenly begin to see blessings that previously went unnoticed. Breakfast becomes a celebration of divine providence. The embrace of a loved one transforms into a tangible reminder of God's love. Even challenges gain new meaning, seen as opportunities for growth and testimony. Give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus. 1 Thessalonians 5:18. This verse doesn't tell us to be thankful for all circumstances, but in all circumstances. It's an invitation to find reasons to be grateful, even in the most difficult moments. Reflect. What are 3 things you can be thankful for right now, regardless of your current situation? Gratitude is more than a feeling. It's a choice, a spiritual discipline we can cultivate daily. Start a gratitude journal, noting 3 things you're grateful for each day. You'll be surprised at how this simple practice can transform your perspective and increase your awareness of God's blessings in your life. Moreover, express your gratitude to others. A simple thank you can brighten someone's day and create waves of positivity around you. In doing so, you become a channel of God's grace, spreading His love and goodness in the world. The power of prayer, connecting with the divine. At the heart of a life of faith and purpose is the practice of prayer. Prayer is not just talking to God, it's an intimate communion with the Creator of the universe, a conversation that has the power to transform not only our circumstances, but also our hearts. Imagine prayer as a spiritual cell phone, always available, always connected to the direct line to heaven. No matter where you are or what you're facing, you have constant access to the throne of grace. Let us then approach God's throne of grace with confidence, so that we may receive mercy and find grace to help us in our time of need. Hebrews 4:16. Prayer is not about reciting memorized words or following a rigid script. It's about opening your heart to God, sharing your joys, fears, dreams, and doubts. It's a dialogue, not a monologue. Just as you speak, it's also important to listen, to create space in your life for silence, where God's still small voice can be heard. Ask yourself, how has your prayer life been? Are there areas where you'd like to deepen your connection with God through prayer? Remember, prayer is not just for moments of crisis. It's a lifestyle, an ongoing conversation with God that permeates all aspects of your existence. Pray when you wake up, thanking for the new day. Pray when facing decisions, seeking wisdom. Pray as you lie down, reflecting on the day's blessings and learnings. Prayer also has the power to change our perspective. When we bring our concerns to God, we often find that our mountains become hills, our storms calm, not because circumstances necessarily change, but because our trust in God grows. Living with purpose. Each day is an opportunity. As we integrate perseverance, patience, gratitude, and prayer into our faith journey, we begin to live each day with a renewed sense of purpose. Each morning becomes a new opportunity to experience God's love and share it with others. Living with purpose doesn't mean every moment will be extraordinary or that you'll always feel inspired. It means finding meaning in everyday tasks, seeing the sacred in the ordinary, and understanding that each interaction, each decision, each act of kindness has the potential to impact eternity. So whether you eat or drink or whatever you do it all for the glory of God. 1 Corinthians 10:31. This verse reminds us that there is no division between the sacred and the secular in a life lived for God. Your work, your relationships, your hobbies, everything can be an expression of worship and a fulfillment of your divine purpose. Reflect. How can you bring more intentionality to your day-to-day life? What small changes can you make to align your everyday life more closely with your purpose in God? Remember, your purpose is not something you achieve once and for all. It's an ongoing journey of discovery and growth. As you walk with God, He will continue to reveal new facets of His plan for your life. Living in community. The power of mutual support. In this journey of faith and purpose, it's crucial to remember that we are not alone. God created us to live in community, to support and encourage one another. As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. Proverbs 27:17. Seek to connect with other believers. Actively participate in a local church, get involved in a Bible study group, or find a spiritual mentor. These connections not only provide support and accountability, but also opportunities for growth and service. Share your journey with others. Your testimony of faith, your struggles and victories, might be exactly what someone needs to hear today. By sharing, you not only encourage others but also strengthen your own faith. Embracing change, growth through the seasons of life. Just as nature goes through different seasons, our spiritual journey is also marked by periods of change and transformation. Each season in our life has its unique purpose in God's plan, bringing with it valuable lessons and opportunities for growth. Think of your life as a divine garden. There are times of planting, where new ideas and dreams are sown in your heart. There are periods of growth, often accompanied by rains of blessings and challenges that nurture your faith. There are pruning seasons where God removes what is no longer necessary, preparing you for new growth. And there are times of harvest, where you see the fruits of your faith and perseverance. There is a time for everything, and a season for every activity under the heavens. Ecclesiastes 3:1. This verse reminds us that each phase of our life has a divine purpose. Even the seasons that seem difficult or arid are preparing the ground for something beautiful that is to come. Reflect. What season of life are you in now? How can you fully embrace this phase and the lessons it brings? Embracing change requires courage and trust in God. Often, we cling to the familiar out of fear of the unknown. But remember, the same God who was with you in the past is guiding your future. Each change is an opportunity to experience His faithfulness in a new way.